Hello and welcome back to my channel, The Burrow Home Bar. I hope you're all well. Sorry, it's been a little while since I have posted, but I have been gathering inspiration from going out and about and tasting lots of lovely mocktails. Honestly, the mocktail scene at the moment, or probably for the last few years to be fair, is unreal. Like, I genuinely don't think I could have been pregnant like 10 years ago. It's so depressing going out and everyone else drinking cocktails and you having either non-alcoholic cider or like Coke. It's just the absolute worst. So I have been trying my best when I've been out to try nice non-alcoholic cocktails places, and some of them honestly are absolute bangers. So this one I'm making today is kind of recreating something similar to what I had a few weeks ago. So me and Ben were in a restaurant and he ordered the peach and basil Margareta, and they had the exact same version but non-alcoholic. So I love that it's the same cocktail they're offering but non-alcoholic, so I think that's great. I don't quite know exactly what was all in it, so I've kind of recreated it as best that I could. So I have got the Liar's non-alcoholic tequila, which I just opened and had a tiny sip, and it's super spicy. I don't remember this cocktail being that spicy, so this is definitely going to taste a little bit different from what I had, but there you go. It also had a peach and basil cordial. Now, I've never made a cordial, and I think you need other things to kind of make it, and I didn't have them. So I've done a peach and basil syrup, so I'm hoping that kind of gives the oh, I thought that egg was going to fly off. I hope that gives the essence of the peach and basil taste. I'm adding some lemon juice, don't have a fresh lemon, so it's a bottled lemon, unfortunately. An egg white and some, I'm just going to add a little bit of tonic water in there, just a little bit. I don't think there was any in this drink that I had, but I'm sort of making this my own really. So yeah, I'm going to experiment with the egg white. I'm doing another video next week, so I might post that next week or the week after. Another mocktail with egg white, and I'm going to use my usual egg white powder for that one. But this time I'm going to use an actual egg white, and I'm going to try and see the difference between the froth and the foam that you get. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So let's get on with this lovely, hopefully tasting mocktail. I don't know how you all feel about the word mocktail. Sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. So I don't know, it's an NA cocktail, but then a cocktail's got booze in it, so it's not really a non-alcoholic cocktail. Doesn't always make sense in my head, so I quite often stick to mocktail. So I don't know how you guys feel, but let's just crack on with this drink anyway. So yeah, we're going to go in with the tequila to about 65 mils in there. It smells so good though, honestly. I know they don't quite taste, you know, neat, they don't quite taste like alcohol, but the smell of them it's so good, like really. Okay, I'm going in with my syrup, so I'm going to do about 30 mils of the syrup in here, which smells really peachy. I did have a lot of basil in there as well, but it smells more peachy than basil-y, so we'll see how that works. 20 mils of lemon juice. Ideally you want a fresh lemon, but I don't have any, or lime actually. I think lime probably would go better in this now that I think about it. Will I do lime? I might do lime actually. I don't have any fresh limes, but I do have bottled lime. I'm going to change that on the spot. I think lime might be better. Okay. So in with the lime juice. Here we go. And I'm not going to add the tonic. Do not add the tonic. I made that mistake very early on in my home bar making skills when I added lemonade to the shaker, and that was fun. That was a long time ago. Okay, so that is everything in there. I'm going to crack this egg and add the yolk in. So I don't often use an actual egg. I just think it's so much faff. And I do often just use egg white powder, but for some reason, some other mocktails I've made in the past, the egg white powder really hasn't worked very well. So I'm going to try this. Now, I'm not going to dry shake it. I am going to add ice and then just shake it all together. The reason for this is I made a cocktail a few weeks ago with non-alcoholic amaretto and egg white. And I dry shook it first, and then it just went really, 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 really foamy before I even added the ice. And I don't know if that's right or not. So I'm just going to add the ice straight in. But usually, in a normal cocktail with egg white, the best thing to do is to dry shake it and then to add ice. So, but it's up to you guys what you just want to do. Okay, I'm gonna have a second shake. It's either gonna be really, really foamy, like too foamy, or no foam, which is fine. Oh my goodness, it's so cold. Oh, my hands are cold. Oh, I actually don't think I can do any more of that. Okay, I'm hoping for foam. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I could have sworn that I had basil in my fridge and I did not. I had mint though, so let's everybody pretend that this garnish is basil to go with the theme. Okay. Oh, it looks foamy. It does. It looks foamy. So obviously strain it because there's egg white and there's lime and all sorts going on in there. Come on. I need a little spoon for all of this foam. I'm excited actually. It looks okay. It looks more than okay. It looks like a margarita. And I honestly think when you are drinking cocktail, especially when you're out with friends or with your partner or whatever, if you're drinking something that looks identical to a cocktail or to whatever everyone else is drinking, I think that is honestly half the battle. That is what happened when we were out and Ben had this lovely margarita. Mine's looked exactly the same garnish, same glass. So that was awesome. This is going great. Yeah, I think I'm going to use egg white more often. Yay! Even just add a tiny bit on the top actually, it's so frothy. Okay. Yay, I'm so happy with that, oh my goodness. Okay, and I love this glass, this is like my favourite glass. Tiny little bit of tonic, just the tiniest little bit in the side. And it was really just to lengthen it because, you know, if you're making a mocktail, there's not a huge amount of ingredients in it compared to some cocktails, so sometimes it can be a little on the smaller side. But I did pick a smaller glass for that fact. So yeah, there we go. Yay, that is my peach and basil margarita. So, okay, I'm quite excited. I really hope this tastes good. I don't think it's going to taste as good as the one we had when we were out, but okay, cheers. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like there's tequila in there, honestly. That is good. Really yummy. The only thing I would say is I think I've put too much lime juice in there, annoyingly. Sometimes you need to be careful when you're using bottle because it's more like a concentrate, and I think I put too much in. However, saying that, I would definitely polish that off. That is fantastic. And actually, it really is. It is similar to the one that I had. It's not quite as good, but it's similar. And I remember at the time saying to Ben, you know, if I was 3 or 4 cocktails deep and then I had this, I wouldn't think that wasn't, there was no alcohol in it. Like, I honestly would think that was a cocktail. And I think that's, yeah, that is what you want really. And that is pretty similar. That is delicious. Yay, I'm so happy. Okay, thank you so much for watching me on the Burrow Home Bar. Catch me next time, but I'll be making another frothy cocktail, as I said, and we can maybe do a bit of a comparison with the old real egg and powdered egg. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a lovely week, everybody, and catch you next time on the Burrow Home Bar. Cheers.